Live from Medellin, Colombia. We are in the middle of the rainforest, basically. As you can see. Man, front camera always looks a little crazy. We in here. What's going on, fellas? What's going on, my people? Hope everybody's doing well and beautiful. When you come on into the room, make sure you hit that like button. We're going to get into a little quick topic today. But I'm going to also tell you guys some tips on your trip for your trip to Medellin. What's going on, Virgo? What's going on, brother? Amon, que más pues? We in here. What's good? What's good? We in here, family. Everybody saying he did. John Passon, what's good? Anton Johnson, what's happening with you? Feel the IT Jedi. What's going on, broski? I think that's channel 19 OTR. What's going on? We here. Good evening, brothers. Good evening, brothers. So, somebody just shared a clip in a private Facebook group, Blackmen Travels 2.0, of Kevin Samuel's show. I believe it had to be like last night, maybe sometime this week, but I believe it was last night he did a show. And he had a segment on that show. And in that show, he said that passport this, passport at some point, you men are going to want to settle down with a woman that has your back. And I can honestly say, I somewhat agree with what he's saying. All right. So I want to say that first and foremost, just to preference the video. I don't believe I have no issues in what he said. A couple of cats made a few comments in the group, saying that he's not married. He's 50 plus years old. He's not married himself. Practice what you preach. Some guys say they would never get tired of the passport lifestyle. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It was a few other comments, but I do see what he's saying. So I'm gonna give you guys a few tips. Once we're gonna discuss that too. But I'm also gonna give you guys a few tips before you do your trip, if you decide to come out here to Medellin, Colombia. But first, we're gonna talk about the subject at hand. As far as the women overseas. Now, it really depends on what country you're in. As far as the whole marriage thing, is it worth it? Can you find a good woman overseas? In some of these countries, yes, you definitely can find a supportive and submissive woman. I believe, my personal opinion, you might find better options elsewhere than the United States. The United States has a lot going on. The laws, more particular the laws, it's not even about necessarily the women. It is, but it isn't. It's the laws that they have that support a little bit more favoritism going on their way. And I think a lot of men have a problem with that. When I'm out, I meet guys all the time from Canada and of course the United States that all have complaints. They've been divorced. They was rape divorced. I think in Canada they get everything. The laws are a little jacked up in Western society, and that's one of the reasons that men don't want to get married. I don't think Kevin really addressed that issue for the most part. He didn't really mention why. I mean, he tells you why men don't want to get married, but I think in that particular segment when he said, even passport this, passport that, you're gonna want to sell that at some point. Yeah, but the edge that the passport bros has is they know the options that they have. So because of those options, and we're exploring our options, what you don't have to deal with. And we don't have to deal with the BS. Why would you deal with the BS? Me and some friends of mine just had a really good conversation about this not too long ago. And it's funny that somebody posted what he said in the Facebook group because we had a similar conversation. And I showed my friends here, what Kevin said. And like I said, nobody really had a big issue with it. We all know that, you do want a supportive woman, a submissive woman, a woman that's going to help you build your legacy. But like what we just said before, a friend of mine was like, yeah, but a lot of women in America want to skip that. A lot of women in general, let me just say not American, but they want to skip the building step. They just want to get straight to the prize. They want you to already have it because of their laziness, really. And that's what it really boils down to. It's like it's very hard for some women, especially if you don't have a culture where, a hardworking man is really appreciated, to understand the level of dedication it takes and focus it takes to be successful at anything in life. And when a man goes through that type of journey, and he has to go through that, bear that journey through it with himself, when he gets to that level, because he didn't have a woman to assist him in rising for the most part, he's going to look at women a certain way because now he already has it. He doesn't have any loyalty to any women because no women were around when he built his empire. So if I built my empire from scratch, I had sleepless nights, going up over business plans. I ate ramen noodles because I invested all my money in my project, in my business. And then you think you're just going to come along, year number 10 in my business where I've made blood, sweat, and tears, that business super successful. And then here you go. Oh, you're a pretty girl. Hey, here's me. I'm here. I'm pretty. I got a big booty. I got a big, big breasts, big boobs. Take care of me the rest of your life. Dedicate yourself to me. Have a big wedding. It doesn't work like that with men. It just doesn't work like that with men. In general, we respect women that went through the war and the fire with us. And I ain't saying that they gotta be eating Cheerios every day of their life, but our loyalty is different. Our loyalty really it's not necessarily physical. Our loyalty is in our heart and it's mental. We're gonna be in love with that woman that was with us when we was broke. She could be a 5 or a 6 on the scale of beauty, but she was with me when I was flat broke. She didn't have it. We didn't have nothing, and she stayed down. And we worked together to build this business and build this empire. And that's how most people achieve financial success. That's the most strongest team that you can have as a man is a woman, a good woman, whether she brings the stability in your life, where she brings, she makes your home a home, she cooks, she cleans, she assists you in your legacy and your project. That's the woman men are going to be loyal to and men are going to respect and give they all. See, the thing about this, a man will give his life protecting his woman and his family. A man will give his life. So men have a serious dedication to some type of form of loyalty, right? But if you want that you just can skate in here, marry me for a couple of years, divorce me, and take half my wealth, that's not how this game is going to play. So to go back to what Kevin Samuels was saying, yes, you get older as a man, you definitely want to, you start to slow down a little bit and, your body ain't acting the same way it used to act. You know what I'm saying? Like, you running, your knees ain't where it used to be. You're a little more winded. You can't shake coals off as fast as you can. You can't drop weight as fast as you used to. You start to slow down. And it's good to have a woman on your team. But they need us just as much as we need them, even more. I see it all my life, bro. Them older, pretty women that are lonely, they need you. They need men so desperately. If you're a guy, 40s, 50s, you somewhat in shape, you healthy, you got a little money behind you, you got a little network behind you, you can move the way you want to move, there's still no pressure on you right away, especially when you have that passport. All right, especially when you have that passport. Now, as far as finding wifey material, I'm just going to take Colombia in particular. You do have some wifey material out here, man, but you definitely got to get outside of the major cities. I would suggest you got some good women out here, but here it's like dating in Beverly Hills and Manhattan. The city is the city, no matter where you go. You're gonna meet a lot of women in Medellin that's kind of want to have fun. Remember you're dating women more likely you're gonna be a little younger than you. You might be in your late 30s, 40s. They're gonna be in their early 20s. So you had two different time frames in your life. A lot of times these women want to go out, they want to party, they want to be seen, they want to dress super, super sexy. I'm gonna tell you, bro, when I had I had a beautiful Afro Latino woman, but man, I'm telling you, when she used to dress, I used to have to tell her like, yo, you can't really wear that with me. And she was like, huh? Why? I'm like, oh, because your titties is like, come on, man, like. So she wants to be seen. She wants to be, she wants to be the sexy Latino woman with her gringo boyfriend. You know what I mean? But I still think, like I said, it wasn't, from what I heard, the segment Kevin said was genuine. I don't think he meant any ill content, but because he doesn't travel, he's not a traveling bro. He's not an international bro. And shout out to Kevin Samuels through all his success. Shout out to him. He just doesn't really, he doesn't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't know how it feels to be an older bachelor overseas, and you kind of like a kid in a candy store to a certain degree in these countries. So everything is flipped around when you move outside of America. Like you, it's like you're the pretty. You turned yourself into how do I say this? Not the pretty girl, but here in some of these countries, you being American, uh, your value is so high to them. You know what I'm saying? Your value is so high, not only because it's not. And this is why I love Colombia because it's not all about the money. It's about the money, but it's not all about the money because some of these Colombian women would turn you down in a heartbeat. They'll flake on you, all that good stuff. So it's not all about the money necessarily. It's really about the relationship. Um, but you know, the women here, man, like I said, you definitely can build with them. Salute to you, Lamont. Salute to you, bro. Salute to you. He says he never lived overseas and enjoyed the culture. Exactly. Like I was saying before, you know, you think you're a high value man. In the States, you're a high value man automatically when you move to another country. It just comes with the prestige of being an American. Because Americans are known to have money, they're known to be educated, they're known to be business owners. Like we are known around the world to really be about our paper. And it doesn't matter if you're black or white. In most cases, they just see American. Gringo, you're not from there. Right now, at this moment, I'm in Medellin, Colombia, brother. Shout out to you, Mr. Apache Helicopter. He said you got his BMT shirt. I'll link up when you out there. Yeah, man. Make sure you send me an email before you come down, bro. Because the Facebook messages, if you're in the private Facebook group, if I'm not your friend, I won't get it. Shout out to Jay Line. He says he's an East African brother. African travels all the time. They marry foreign women. Shout out to Mr. GG Zero Money Down. He says you're a high value automatically once you leave North America, and you are black and English. Yeah, that's right. Hit that like button, fellas. Do them me a favor. Hit that like button, man. I don't have my Indie Animals video. I'm not on my laptop. I'm on my cell phone, so I can't play my Indie Animals video to get the likes up. Andrew Davis says Kevin should stay in his lane when speaking on Passport Bros. I don't think he meant any ill content by it, guys. I really don't. I don't have a problem with what he said at all. It's just that I think sometimes when you have these live feeds and you just kind of speaking off your dome and somebody made a comment, I don't know, to trigger him to say that. But I'm telling you, man, when you travel, bro, it's like you want to know what the fountain of youth is? One of the fountains of youth, one of the things you can do besides eating healthy and working out, drinking a lot of water, is you can travel the world. You know what I'm saying? Because you got people out here you would think was 25, 30, but in their 40s, but they live a stress-free, very laid-back life overseas where they don't have to stress so much about paying rent. They got rent for years to come because they might have saved their money. They got a military check come in or whatnot. It's just a low level of stress, which makes you look younger, which gives you more time to get yourself out there. Because when you are courting women, you're dating women, you got to really get yourself out there. We just talked about that. The cool thing about here is you can meet women every day in Colombia, but you got to be out there a little bit. You got to go out. When I say go out, you got to go outside the tourist areas. You got to go to La Setenta and Trente. You got to go to these different roads and party with some of the locals so you can really get some of that real deal Latino culture out here. That real deal South American Colombian culture versus staying in the tourist areas where you're going to attract certain types of women. You know what I'm saying? Like the women that pretty much target dating tourists where they can get a check, coming in every month from their American boyfriend, their London boyfriend, plural. I keep that. People I just said, their American boyfriend, not either or, but their American boyfriend, they Great Britain boyfriend, they boyfriend in France. Women be running game like that, and they'll ask a little from each person. They'll ask for $100 from 5, 6 different guys. I'm just giving you the game of what's going on out here in some of these tourist areas where these women at. These women move to these areas like this to meet gringos, foreigners. I keep saying gringos, but foreigners, because they know foreigners got that check. And some of these women got a lot. These women got game, man. Me and my guys in there, we were just talking, um, and talking about a few couple of women out here that they're known to date Americans, and we was these the same women. They told us different ages. Some of them told us different names. We were talking to the same women here, and they tell these all these types of stories. And you start putting one together. You're like, oh, she said this about. She said she was this. You got women out here that tell you, hey, I'm this, I'm that, I'm a lawyer, I'm a professional. They're not. They're portraying themselves because they know that you're not going to be here every day. So they can tell you, hey, I'm a college student, I'm in law school, I'm just doing this for the time being, whatever, you know what I mean, what they do out here sometimes. And, people eat that up, and then they'll see somebody post a picture in the Facebook group of that same girl, and they'll feel a certain type of way because she was coming at them totally different. And some people in some cases don't know what she really does. And it's funny, man, because the girls out here, like with my little crew and my little friends, they see us and they know us. It's like they giggle a little bit. If we see them with a guy, like an American guy, it's almost like a shh, like don't and they do it all the time. They'll hug us, hug me and everything right in front of the guy, and the guy's like what's going on with that? And I gotta tell him, hey, nah, man, we just, we cool, we just friends. But you know how that feels when you take a girl out, because it's happened to me. You take a girl out, and then and she sees a guy that she knows, and then she's like, oh, hey, this is my friend, such and such, and hugs him, and you can look at the guy, automatically tell he hit. Like, okay, this is the type of guy that definitely slept with her, and they do that out here. They do that out here. Yeah, with the whole family thing, man. They are quick to introduce you to their family, but you definitely want to get your Spanish game up if you're going to be meeting family members and stuff like that, because you don't want people, talking crazy about you right in front of you. So yeah, man, quick video, just checking in with the family. A few tips, and I'm go ahead and end the video, guys. Before your trip to Medellin, make sure you get on your probiotics. Probiotics is like positive fungi or something like that. They help you build your immune system up because there is a different type of fungi out here on the foods. So I do see a lot of guys that come out here. A lot of guys get sick. I mean, a lot of guys get sick out here because they do the probiotics thing. So you definitely want to get on your probiotics before you come out here. Another thing is when you come out here, guys, you want to have your game plan together. You kind of want to know, it might help if you tell guys in the group that you're coming down, to link up with other traveling bros. But the main thing I see is, I see guys kind of out here looking around, kind of with the lost look. They don't know where to go. And, you don't want to do that because these people out here size you up with the quickness, man. I'm talking about these guys out here with these motor conchos, man. These motorcycles, they'll come up on you and size you up with the quickness. He knew here. And like I said, you just want to even keep your head on a swivel. And, if you're not familiar with the areas you're traveling to, just be careful, man. Try to have you a little buddy with you. If you can, try to set up a trip with somebody else. And another tip I would tell you is, and I'm gonna try to say this as codified as possible, guys. If you are in a situation where you want to have more than one date at the same time, you need to plan accordingly. Okay, because the guy got drugged out here. He had three dates with him, and he was drugged, and he was lucky because I think the guy is such a big guy that they didn't put enough of the drugs. This guy's huge, so I don't think they just probably didn't put enough in his drink or something, and he kicked him out when he started feeling kind of woozy. So he had the balance about himself to be like, okay, wait a minute, something ain't right, and he kicked him out. So just keep that in mind that things do go down out here. Another cat out here. And it's just funny because we talk about all this, when we in the hostels and everything, we talk. And another guy, his situation was, he went to a bar, he linked up with a guy from Europe, He just met these guys. The guy from Europe had two women with him, and they were drinking all night. The bar closes. They go back to the European's guy apartment. The girls fix him a drink, and the next thing they woke up 10 hours later with all their stuff gone. You know, so you definitely want to be careful of that. All right, guys. I got the troll here, Fat. I need to get some moderators, man. I got this little troll fat boy here. Got a couple of trolls, but it's all good. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it pushing. Let me see if I can get you on up out of here, bro. Let's go ahead and get you on up out of here. All right. So, sum everything up. Hold on. I wanna. Yeah, I know he's trolling, bro. Shout out to Mr. GG's. Yeah, open source. Open source says, talking about seeing a girl with a new gringo, man, that would send some brothers over the edge. Yeah, man. Thing about dating out here is you gotta have some tough skin, man, because you're gonna have a relationships and with a lot of beautiful women. This city is full of the most. I mean, this city has the most beautiful women in the world, hands down. I mean, I just can't take that away from them. It's the water. Don't know what it is. But anytime you have a city with beautiful women and you have people that have less than others, you know what comes next. You know what comes next. All right, all right. Oh my goodness, this dude here got multiple accounts. All right, brother, get you on up out of here again. Okay, I asked a few questions, man. Phil, the IT Jedi says, "What's the first sign you tell a girl about to try? What's the first sign you can tell a girl about to try to finesse?" That's a good question, man. That's a good question. I would see if my guy Alex want to answer that question. Um, Let me see. Let me see. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. It's always something with money, man. It's always an angle with some type of money. When they start to say, things about their family, little things. Now I mean, this is the thing you got to understand about this culture. This culture, the women, even if they work or have a little job, the men here will pay them a certain allowance. So, it's not that she might be trying to finesse you. It's just that these beautiful women, they used to getting some type of check from their guys every week, every month, So she might have genuine love for you. She might actually like you, but she's just used to a certain standard. She's a beautiful woman, and a beautiful woman gonna pretty much be like that, everywhere you go. You're not gonna escape. The rules of being with a pretty girl. You know, we out. Yeah. Alex, I got a good ass question for you, bro. We live on YouTube, man. All right. Got a good ass question. I'm gonna flip the camera on you. So a guy asked. He said, "How do you tell if a Colombian girl is trying to finesse you? What's like a sign you can tell?"
Depends on the finesse. Talking like if it's a chick that says she's not a working girl.
Yeah, like a regular chick, I guess. Yeah, trying to get you some money about you.
All right. So if it's one of those situations, if the girl say, "Oh, can you help me with paying some bills or money for school?" Before y'all meet or like whenever y'all talking, whatever. But any little situation that involves money, like favors, whatever. Because there's some girls that were like, okay, you might smash a working chick for free, right? But besides paying taxi, she might hit you up one day like, can you help me with the loan or something? Because I had girls do that shit to me too. But I'm like, nah, you better go get that shit, go work for that shit for me. But if it's a girl that just like anybody else, if you know for a long time, you'll have that relationship, then that's perfectly fine. But if it's like they asking for favors or for loans, come with like crazy stories like um, I don't know, my grandma's sick or that kind of foolishness. Then that's definitely uh, one way of knowing. And
Hmm.
then um,
I told them the exact same thing when they started asking you
yeah,
for money.
when they start with the money thing, but first even like if a girl tell you she's not a worker, ask her what she does as a job,
Hmm.
and just ask about like if you're in school, whatever, and see like how do you balance the work life, the work school situation, like because a lot of times if girls have a job here, they either full time, they work a lot,
Hmm.
and then they study right now online, but just ask those common sense questions. I mean, um, and if need be, I mean, if you need further proof, whatever, uh, then it should be right there. It should be evident. Like you will know, and then the energy, and go off the energy too. If it feels something is off, go with the gut feeling that something's off,
Hmm.
or just try to understand and get clarity as to why you feel this way with whoever you're trying to deal with.
Cool,
That's all I
cool.
say.
And you saw the Kevin Samuels clip, right? I just showed you.
We was talking about
The passport. You gonna want to get your you gonna want to sit down with a woman. Passport this, passport that.
what was
Well,
the
basically what he said was he was like, you guys can scream all that passport gang stuff, or passport if you want,
oh
but you gonna want to settle down with a woman originally at some point. And the bachelor lifestyle is gonna be like
all
played
right.
out. You don't want to. He said you don't want to be that old guy in the club chasing women.
So this is what I'll say to that because just see just the fact that you just said the old guy in the club. It's like there's already like you're boxing in people that you're just gonna be in the club. There's a this world is big. This world is huge. There's more girls, women, females are everywhere, not just in the club. You go to the club for a specific type of female. In regards to that, it's not. Oh yeah, clearly. I mean, you need companionship. Like no man wants to be alone, but don't take that advice. Get your damn passport and and go to countries where women are not um, corrupted by the Western mentality type of thinking, where
Hmm.
actually women cater to you as a man, and there's a mutual respect for you as a man. Um, you still have to search for it. It's not going to be like you just show up somewhere and it's like all hell. No, it's not like that. It's anything in life, but it's a lot more easier, I guess, and I'll say stress free or low stress than back in the States, honestly. And
Hmm.
he need to get his passport and travel if you want to talk like that. For real. Like, he should go to countries where actual in different societies
Yeah.
and see how the women are. That's what I'll say. Like then talk about it.
Yeah.
Because some people like are content with the life they live. So it's they want companionship, they'll find it. If you want a wife to settle down, definitely find somebody you can build with that shares your same values and your principles, your morals. But that takes work too.
Exactly. Exactly. Now I want to address this troll real quick. He keeps saying Medellin is too dangerous. What you think about that, bro? Hey, he said I'm afraid to leave my apartment. How long? How long? How late we was out a couple of days ago? It was like 5 in the morning.
He's scared. He's scared of Medellin. That's why. Listen, if you're scared, it's perfectly fine. Don't come to Medellin. Don't go to El Centro. Perfectly fine. I've been out there. We've been out there multiple times. I've been out there consistently with nothing happened. Not saying nothing can't happen, but at the same time, you don't walk you don't walk around with the fear of the possibility of what could happen. In most part, like Medellin, like people are relaxed, people are chilling. Like nobody's
Hmm.
bothering you. Like I feel safer in Medellin than I do back in Jamaica. I feel safer here than back in New Jersey.
Hmm.
Like if you really feel like Medellin is dangerous and it's cartels chopping heads off and all kinds of reckless things going on, you're free to think that. Um, but I'm saying if you have your passport and you travel here, then like relax, man. Like nothing will happen to you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh
Yeah, man. So yeah, fellas. Any tips you want to give? I'm gonna go ahead and end the video, man. You know, any tips you want to give brothers before they come out here to Medellin, Colombia? If they back in the States, I told them they need to take probiotics because the food. A lot of cats get sick out here when they, eat the food and stuff. And I told them about, being careful dating women and having 2, 3 women at the same time. I told them to be careful about that. Any other tips you want to give them?
uh, I say ask questions. Obviously, you connected to people. There's a network of people that's here. Ask questions if you're not sure about anything. Um, there's no such thing as a stupid question. Um, and when it comes to the food too, because I used to work public health in the Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
So when you travel into other countries, one of the guidelines is hot foods hot, cold foods cold. So that's one way to avoid having any foodborne illnesses or getting sick while you're traveling abroad.
Don't eat cold food if it's not supposed to be cold.
Yeah, cold.
Gotcha.
So if it's like potato salad, coleslaw, whatever, that's in the fridge, it's supposed to be cold and eat it. Things like how they have the fried chicken, even though it's fried, there's a temperature danger zone after like 4 hours where bacteria starts to multiply. So they have to thoroughly reheat the food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if it's like cooked food, like rice, whatever, whenever you're eating it, make sure it's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Hot food's hot, cold food cold. Yeah.
Cool. Well, appreciate that, bro. Appreciate everything, man.
One last thing.
Uh-huh.
For those that take taxis here, be mindful that some of the taxi drivers have like a they have like an app in their phone.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like they're on WhatsApp. So you taking a taxi and they like consistently have like the WhatsApp screen open while they're driving, and the meter is like doing Superman jumps every 2 seconds. That's another finesse they use in a taxi to get more money from you.
Mm.
So,
Damn, I didn't even know that.
yeah, that happened last time.
See, my problem with taxis, they act like they don't know where they're going.
Yeah.
they do that.
And then I'll say this too: if your Spanish is garbage, translate what the common things you want to say, and just put it in your notes in your phone and just practice saying that when you go out. So it's not like if you're going to take a taxi and you know where you're going, hola, whatever. I'm going here, whatever you're going. When they hear that you speak some kind of Spanish, there's a less chance they will try to finesse you as far as like taxis and stuff. So you're not like, oh, just fresh out gringo status. So that's just one thing. And the more you do it, the more you actually start picking up Spanish. So it makes a lot of things easier down here.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. All right, man. Appreciate that, bro. Get back to it.
Bless up.
So yeah, man. We in here. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close out the video. Hope you got some good information. Yeah, man. The best thing to do out here is to go to the ATM machine. You don't want to carry a large sum of money on you, around like that. Yeah, Uber. You can definitely do Uber out here. Yeah, fellas. If you haven't joined the private Facebook group, go ahead, do me a big favor and join the Facebook group. If you got any guys that you might be traveling with, go ahead and share this video with them. And if you haven't subscribed, man, always subscribe. Peace.